Hello everyone, this is me, Dusty Circuit here, picking up where I last left off on Kerbal Space Program, I sent this mission to land on the some of the asteroid belt bodies in the Kerbal solar system. Then we made it to Dress and landed once. I'm thinking I want to try go to another location and land before re-rendezvousing with my mothership, but looking at how much Delta V I have left, I don't know if my confidence isn't really the best in that. I feel like this location might be interesting, where there's a canyon and also hopefully there's another biome there too we can get science from. So I think I'm gonna go for there. Yeah, I want to hopefully land somewhere that's flat. Like, hopefully maybe for a ledge somewhere. I'm gonna go for over there. Yeah, that was a pretty good landing. And let's just get all science data we can. might try do something a little bold. I want to see if I can't actually jetpack up to maybe a little out of the canyon, so hopefully we'll get into another biome where we can at least get an EVA report and surface sample. I mean, we can't use our other experiments because they're on the lander and we're leaving that, but any more little bit of science we can squeeze out of this will be worth it. Really? I can't... I guess I have to drop my science off then. Well, I am going to cut to a point when, I guess we will be able to get more science, so I guess I'll be back with you. Okay, we're at the Highlands now. That sucks. I guess you can only have store one surface sample and crew report in a Kerbal, even though it's a different biome. That sucks. So I guess I'm gonna return this one to the lander, and then I'm going to go get one from the other biome, and then I'll get back with you, and then we'll take off. So I'll be right back. I just have to plant a flag here. This would have been a great thumbnail for a previous video had I landed here. Oh well. I think I'm gonna get back in the lander, then we'll take off and re-rendezvous with our mothership. And of course, now a lot of this is this canyon is in shadow because I time warped until the sun was lower in the sky on the horizon. And I made the mistake of speeding up with the jetpack and slowing down too late and slamming into the surface, killing my Kerbal. So I'm not going to make that mistake again. Yeah, I just time warped just so we're in the sun again, so we can have a better view of where we're going. Oh, and also I disabled the engine because it's another thing with the, I think it's the persistent thrust mod. If you are EVAing Kerbal, but from like your spacecraft and the engine is still active, you switch back to your spacecraft, to your thrusting with the jetpack, that it'll apply that to the main engine, causing the lander to take off, which we don't want. But we want to take off now, so okay, we are nearly out of fuel, so what I'm gonna do, switch back to our mothership, and then have the mothership rendezvous with where the lander is, rather than the lander rendezvous with the mothership. Hey, that dock went way easier than I expected. So I guess we can put fuel back in the lander, and then we can transfer our science data from the lander to the mothership. Okay. I mean, I could land somewhere else on Dres, but I kind of feel like it would make for a more interesting video if we leave Dres and perhaps go to either Zore or Vant. I think we'll do that. Goodbye, Dres. Feel like might be easier to go to Zore first because we don't have to use that much fuel. So we're gonna have to spend probably a few more years just orbiting or to get to the point where we can even do a maneuver and to get to Zore. And it looks like we still have full communication range out here, so we can actually process our science from here if we really wanted to and send it back. And this is currently the farthest we've been from Kerbin in my series, or this series. Holy smokes, 100 years just to get to that approach. And I lost my maneuver. Darn it. Always fun trying to get a perfect approach and then you lose it. Trying to fine-tune things. Okay, I'm just gonna go with that. Well, I am a little concerned about leaving this, basically having to wait 300 years just to get that approach. Because I think in my series I set this condition where wormhole travel will not be available past a certain amount of time, which means I won't be able to get to any star systems that without, well, when the wormholes will go away. So I'm gonna try use something where yeah, it's just gonna use a little bit of fuel, but what I'm gonna do is just gonna raise my orbit a little bit, so my relative speed to the planet I'm trying to catch up with will be greater, so then it wouldn't take so many years just to catch up with the thing. If I can even get this approach. Like, I hate it when it does that. It just, like, past a certain point, the markers just go away. Well, I'm gonna play with this for a little bit off camera, and then I'll get back to you once I finally have an approach I'm happy with. Okay, I'm gonna go with this encounter. Oh, this music's interesting for Zore. I believe also the minor planets and the outer planets also have their own songs with this mod. So I'm just gonna warp to the closest point of my closest, well, not orbit, but I guess trajectory, and then we'll burn retrograde until we're in orbit around this planet. And you can already see Zore up there. And the interesting thing about this planet is it's actually a kind of a metallic asteroid that has a large amount of iron in it, and thus kind of almost looks rusty in some parts of it. I think this is the first time I've been to this planet with the most recent visual mods. I think the last time we visited this planet was back in the early days of my first Let's Play. It might be a little too low, so I'm gonna back that off, backpedal on that a little bit. There we go. And from here, let's do do a round of science from high orbit, and then we'll do another from low orbit. I gotta love the some of the humorous science reports included, and I think both the Minor Planets mod and the Outer Planets mod, or Minor Planets expansion. Come on, click on the dang thermometer. Kind of a lengthy science report there. And now it's warped to the periapsis, so it might be more cool to actually see the planet as we get closer in. And yeah, that is what I'm talking about with the red, or the rust. Okay, we'll do one more round of science from low orbit, and then we will go in for a landing. Okay, I think we'll detach from the mothership and come in for our first landing on Zore. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we don't have the full amount of fuel in my lander for some reason. So I guess we'll have to redock. Well, I think I'll just revert. Yeah, I'm not sure why our lander wasn't fully fueled. Hey, where do we want to land? I think the red area might be cool to land in. Like this area here. So I'm gonna start decelerating here. Okay, that's not very flat. I would like to land somewhere flat. Though, I mean, the way the gravity here is probably low enough that if I tip over, probably I might even be able to tip myself back upright just with the SA, the reaction wheel force alone. Well, at least this looks stable enough for now. Okay, let's do our first surface science from the surface. It seems like I'm getting lower frame rate here for some reason. Odd. Oh, anyway, so I'll plant my flag, and I guess we'll take off and go to another area. Yeah, we're really just in this crater, and we might even be able to go over there and already be in a new biome. And I can tell the gravity here is even lower than Dress because we've hardly ever used any of our fuel yet. Despite all, like, we're already on our second landing. Will we slow down in time? Just barely. That was scary. Hey, can we stop sliding? Oh, I guess all the parallax objects is probably why this planet is lagging me. I'm really glad I did come back to this planet because it's really looks quite a bit different from the last time I've been here in my previous series. I think we'll go to the more grayer area. And then I think that big crater might be another biome, and maybe we'll try to see if there's one more unique biome. Then think we'll leave Zore. Okay, I'm gonna go for that big crater up there next. Yeah, it looks like Zore also spins fairly fast. Oh, this is gonna be a sketchy landing. Well, I don't know if it'll even be a landing. It's just so steep here. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna stop sliding. Yeah, we're not. So I guess we'll just have to. I was hoping that I could just go kind of at the rim of this crater, but I guess there's no way around it. We're just gonna have to go for the bottom of it. I don't know if I'll plant a flag here. I just wanna... maybe I will. Just to say that I've landed here. I think I might want to go for the pole. Because we still have half of our fuel left. And then we'll re-rendezvous with the mothership. Yeah, I think we'll just go for a rendezvous now with the mothership. So I'd say we're... I don't think there's that many biomes here anyway. Well, as inefficient as this rendezvous is, we're still gonna have still gonna have a lot of fuel left. And I think I can say we're done at Zore. So I think we'll actually go on to Vant, and then this missions will be done. Well, I think I'll refuel the lander and then transfer the science over to the mothership. So once that's done, I'm gonna cut to us leaving Zore. Okay, I basically just transferred, just to make fuel management easier, I just moved. Well, since these side fuel tanks are actually like a whole bunch of smaller fuel tanks put together, I just moved. Basically I made it so these are entirely empty except for the center and this fuel tank here. Just to make it much easier to manage fuel when I'm transferring it from the mothership to the lander. I think now we'll leave Zore. Well, this is me, Dusty, here, actually recording a post to, because I've decided I'm gonna end the video here, but when I was recording it I didn't say I was, so, this will be the end of this video. In the next video I'm gonna pick up with us actually leaving Zore and going to Vant. So if you liked what you saw, remember to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and and remember to hit the bell for notifications if you want to see my next videos. Peace out. Bye.